You step outside into your own backyard, and within 30 seconds you are aware of the neighbor on the left, the one on the right, and the one with the elevated deck who has a direct sight line into every corner of your outdoor space without even trying. You want privacy. Real privacy. The kind where you can sit outside on a Sunday morning with a cup of coffee and not feel like you are performing for an audience. But you also know your HOA. You know what happens when someone installs something without submitting the right form to the right committee 6 weeks in advance. You have seen it happen. You do not want it happening to you. So you do nothing, and your backyard stays exposed. Here is what your HOA does not want you to know. There is an entire category of privacy solutions that require zero permission, zero approval, zero forms, and zero committee meetings, because they fall completely outside the jurisdiction of anything your HOA has authority over. And every single one of them costs $1. Today, the Dollar Tree backyard privacy hacks that need no permission from anyone. Not your HOA, not your neighbors, not a single person. Stay to the final idea, because that one creates the most complete, most beautiful privacy of everything on this list, and it costs under $12 to build from scratch. Let's go. Welcome back to Daily Garden Fix, where the backyard you actually want stops being the one you're waiting for permission to create. Drop a comment right now and tell me your HOA situation. Strict? Relaxed? Completely unreasonable? And tell me the specific privacy problem in your backyard, exactly what you are dealing with and where it is coming from. I read every comment on this channel, and I replied to everyone with a specific solution for your exact situation. Before the ideas, one principle that makes everything on this list work from a regulatory standpoint. HOA fence regulations govern permanent structures attached to or replacing existing boundary features. What they almost universally do not govern: plants in containers, fabric hung from removable supports, freestanding garden installations that are not fixed to any permanent structure, and decorative objects placed in the garden. Every idea on this list is built on one or more of these categories. Nothing here is a fence. Nothing here alters a permanent structure. Everything here is a garden installation, which means everything here is yours to create without asking anyone. Keep that principle in mind as we go through the list. It is the legal foundation that makes every one of these ideas completely defensible. Idea 1. The bamboo stake privacy frame. Idea number 1. The foundation that makes almost every other idea on this list possible. So understand this one fully before moving forward. Dollar Tree sells bamboo garden stakes in bundles. Buy 5 to 6 bundles, approximately 30 to 40 stakes total. Push a row of vertical stakes into the ground along the sight line you want to screen at consistent 8-inch intervals. Push each one at least 12 inches deep for structural stability. Once the vertical row is established, weave additional stakes horizontally through the vertical ones at 3 height levels: low, middle, and high. Lash every intersection with natural jute twine, pulled tight and knotted firmly. The result is a freestanding lattice panel, not attached to any permanent structure, not fixed to any fence, standing in the ground as a garden installation, which places it entirely outside the jurisdiction of virtually every HOA fence regulation ever written. This frame supports climbing plants, woven fabric, hanging panels, or any combination of the privacy materials that follow. It is the skeleton. Everything else builds on it. Keep the stakes spacing consistent. Consistent intervals read as intentional. Irregular spacing reads as improvised. That distinction matters. A frame that reads as designed attracts no attention. One that reads as improvised invites exactly the kind of scrutiny you are trying to avoid. Budget: $3 to $5 for a 6-foot panel. Idea 2. The woven burlap screen. Idea number 2. The Dollar Tree material that produces a privacy screen with a warm, textural quality of high-end outdoor design. For $1 a roll. Dollar Tree carries burlap ribbon in their craft section, several yards per roll per dollar. Buy 10 to 12 rolls for a full 6-foot panel. Cut each roll into strips of consistent width, 4 to 5 inches. Consistent strip width is the detail that separates a finished-looking woven screen from one that looks improvised. Measure and cut every strip before you begin weaving. Weave the strips horizontally through the vertical bamboo stakes of the frame from idea 1. Over one stake, under the next, alternating the direction with each new strip. Pull each strip firm before starting the next. Work from the bottom of the frame upward. Keep horizontal gaps between strips to a minimum, no more than ½ an inch, so the finished surface has genuine visual density and provides real privacy. The completed surface has a textile warmth that reads as considered and designed. It does not read as a budget privacy hack. It reads as a choice, which is exactly what it is. Spray the completed panel with clear outdoor fabric waterproofing sealant for extended longevity through weather. Budget, $10 to $12 for a full 6-foot panel. Idea 3, the shower liner outdoor curtain. Idea number 3. The indoor product that outperforms most purpose-made outdoor privacy curtains sold at 3 times the price. Dollar Tree shower curtain liners in solid white, cream, or gray are UV-resistant, fully waterproof, and designed to hang full and straight in humid conditions. Every property that makes them work in a bathroom makes them work outdoors as a privacy curtain. Run a length of heavy-duty outdoor rope or garden wire between 2 existing posts, fence tops, or the uprights of the bamboo frame. Thread the liner's existing eyelet holes directly onto the rope. It hangs immediately. No sewing, no modification, no hardware beyond the rope itself. 2 liners layered on the same rope create complete visual opacity. Nothing penetrates 2 layers of solid liner. The upgrade that transforms this from obviously shower liner to designed outdoor curtain panel. Dye the liner before hanging. Dollar Tree carries fabric dye in their craft section. Sage green, terracotta, charcoal, navy. A dyed liner on an outdoor rope reads as a purpose-made outdoor curtain. Nobody who sees it thinks shower liner. They think outdoor room. Pull it to one side when you want airflow. Draw it across when you want privacy. It functions exactly as a curtain should. Budget, $1 per liner. Idea 4, the potted plant privacy wall. Idea number 4, the privacy solution that every HOA in existence has absolutely no authority to regulate, because it is a collection of plants in containers. And no HOA on earth governs potted plants. The principle is density and height. Tall, dense, fast-growing plants in large containers arranged in a continuous row along the boundary or sight line you want to block. The row must be continuous. One tall pot in isolation does nothing. An unbroken line of tall, dense containers reads as a hedge, functions as a hedge, and provides the privacy of a hedge. For immediate height, combine existing tall garden plants already in pots with a Dollar Tree bamboo stake frame behind them for additional visual density. The frame adds a further 2 feet of visual screening above the container tops. For seasonal privacy grown from seed. Dollar Tree sunflower seed packets at $1 each. Giant sunflowers reach 2 to 3 meters in a single growing season and provide a natural, beautiful privacy wall from midsummer to first frost. The critical advantage of container planting as a privacy solution: it is entirely portable. Move the containers whenever you want. Rearrange them. Take them with you when you move. They are plants in pots. They belong to you entirely, and they answer to no committee. Budget, $1 per seed packet. Idea 5, the reed mat fence extension. Idea number 5, the instant solution for the most common HOA-adjacent privacy problem. An existing fence that is just slightly too low to block the sight line from a standing neighbor. Dollar Tree stocks woven reed mats, bamboo placemats, and woven seagrass panels in their home section. These are rigid, lightweight, and opaque. Rested along the top of an existing fence panel, they raise the effective privacy height by 12 to 18 inches, without altering the fence structure itself. Rest the panels along the fence top. Thread a length of jute twine through the upper edge of each mat, and loop it loosely over the fence top on both sides, not to permanently attach it, but to prevent shifting in wind. The mat is resting on the fence. It is personal property placed on an existing structure. It is not a structural alteration. Run them continuously along the full length of the fence section, requiring additional height. Overlap adjacent mats slightly at their edges so no gap appears between them. Plant tall annuals and containers directly in front. The plants soften the visual from inside the garden and make the whole arrangement read as a deliberate garden feature rather than a temporary fix. This is the fastest implementation on this list. From Dollar Tree purchase to installed in under 20 minutes. Budget, $1 to $2 per mat. Idea 6, the trellis and climbing vine screen. Idea number 6, the privacy screen that begins as a structure and becomes a living garden feature without any additional effort beyond the initial planting. Dollar Tree trellis sections, small diamond pattern wooden or plastic lattice panels, connected side by side using zip ties at every junction point create a wider panel of genuine coverage. Buy 6 to 8 sections and connect them into a continuous row. Support the connected panel using the bamboo stake frame from Idea 1. One upright on either side of the panel, lashed to the panel edge, pushed deep into the ground. Or place 2 large filled containers on either side of the panel base. The weight of the filled containers holds it vertical without any fixing. Plant Dollar Tree seed packets of climbing annuals at the base. Morning Glory covers a trellis panel completely within 8 to 10 weeks and flowers in deep blue, purple, and white for midsummer to first frost. Black-eyed Susan vine produces yellow-orange blooms over the same period with vigorous coverage. The trellis before the plants arrive reads as a garden structure. Once the plants establish, it reads as a living privacy screen. At no point does it read as a privacy hack, which is precisely the point. Budget, $1 per trellis section, $1 per seed packet. 6 ideas in. 6 more go. Coming up, the overhead privacy solution for anyone overlooked from above. The solar lighting technique that creates privacy after dark through visual dominance. And the final idea, the complete Dollar Tree privacy system that combines everything into one cohesive build for under $12. Stay with me. Idea 7, the hanging basket overhead canopy. Idea number 7. The overhead privacy solution for the problem that no fence or vertical screen ever addresses, being overlooked from an elevated deck, a balcony, or a second-story window directly above. Overhead privacy requires an overhead solution, and almost no HOA regulation addresses overhead coverage because the regulations are written entirely around vertical boundary structures. String a length of heavy-duty outdoor rope between 2 existing posts, fence tops, or the uprights of a freestanding frame, positioned above the primary seating or relaxation area you want to protect. Hang Dollar Tree wire baskets or plastic hanging planters from the rope at 18-inch intervals using S-hooks or zip ties. Fill each basket densely with fast-trailing plants, sweet potato vine, trailing nasturtiums from a Dollar Tree seed packet, or ivy cuttings propagated from a single store-bought plant. Between the baskets, drape Dollar Tree fabric panels over the horizontal rope, 1 panel between each pair of baskets, for immediate coverage while the plants establish. Within 6 weeks, the trailing plants begin filling the gaps between baskets. By midsummer, the entire overhead line is a canopy of living foliage. Any view from above encounters the tops of the trailing plants. You, beneath, are in your own private space. It is a line of hanging plants, not a structure. Not a shade sale requiring permits. Hanging plants on a rope. Budget, $1 per basket. $1 per seed packet. Idea 8. The living wall from Dollar Tree pocket organizers. Idea number 8. The living wall that creates privacy through plant density, and that no regulation anywhere can classify as anything other than a collection of plants. Dollar Tree sells over-the-door fabric organizers, shoe pocket organizers, and wall mount storage pockets. Every one of these converts directly to a vertical planting pocket when attached to the bamboo stake frame. Fix a grid of hanging organizers to the frame using zip ties at the top corners of each pocket section. Stagger adjacent organizers so each one overlaps slightly with the one beside it. No gaps in coverage, no breaks in the green surface. Fill every pocket with compost and plant with fast-growing dense foliage plants. Pot hose cuttings propagated from a single store-bought plant. Sweet potato vine from a Dollar Tree vine pack. Trailing nasturtiums from seed. The wall fills in within 4 to 6 weeks. Within 8 weeks, the pocket organizers are invisible behind the foliage. What remains is a continuous surface of living, moving plant material that provides genuine privacy through density. It rustles in any air movement. It changes through the season. It attracts pollinators. It is alive in every way that a static fence panel is not, and it is entirely, unambiguously, a collection of plants. Budget, $1 per pocket organizer. Idea 9, the solar light boundary line. Idea number 9, the privacy idea that works specifically after dark, and that most people overlook because they think privacy is only a daytime problem. It is not. Evening is often when you most want to sit outside. And a lit garden space at night makes you more visible to neighbors than at almost any point during the day. The contrast between your lit space and the surrounding darkness works against you. The solar light boundary line solves this through visual dominance. When a neighbor looks toward your yard at night, their eye goes to whatever is most visually prominent. A dense line of solar lights along the boundary, at multiple heights, continuously illuminated, becomes the dominant visual element. You, sitting behind that line in comparative shadow, are effectively invisible. Dollar Tree solar stake lights, solar string lights, and solar lanterns, combined in a layered line along the boundary frame, create that dominant visual display. Stake lights at ground level, string lights threaded through the upper frame, a lantern hung at mid-height from the frame upright. The combined display at night is warm, beautiful, and visually commanding. It is the show. Everything behind it is your private space. No waiting, no electricity cost. Solar stake lights charge during the day and illuminate automatically at dusk. Install them once, and they run themselves every evening of the season. Budget, $1 per light. Idea 10, the sunflower and cosmos privacy hedge. Idea number 10, the most beautiful privacy solution on this list, and the one that costs exactly $2. Dollar Tree sells sunflower seed packets and cosmos seed packets for $1 each. Buy one of each. Sow both varieties in a dense double row directly into prepared soil along the boundary or sight line, alternating sunflower and cosmos seeds at 6-inch intervals in a staggered double row. Sunflowers for maximum height, reaching 2 to 3 meters. Cosmos for density at mid-height, 1 to 1.5 meters, filling the gaps between the taller sunflower stems at precisely the level where a standing neighbor's sight line enters your space. The combination is the critical design decision. Sunflowers alone create a screen with significant gaps at ground and mid-level, too sparse for genuine privacy below eye height. Cosmos planted between them fills every gap with dense, branching foliage and continuous flower from midsummer to first frost. The result by July is a 2-layered living hedge of extraordinary color. Giant sunflower faces above, pink, white, and crimson cosmos flowers at eye height. Dense branching foliage from ground to stem. It is seasonal, effective from midsummer to first frost, then cut down. But for those 4 months, it is the most complete, most beautiful, and most comment-generating privacy solution available at any price point. Budget, $2 for both seed packets. Idea 11, the mirror tile deflector. Idea number 11, the privacy idea that works not by blocking the view, but by redirecting it, and that adds a genuine design element to the yard at the same time. Dollar Tree sells adhesive mirror tiles and mosaic mirror squares in their home section. Applied to the outward-facing surface of the bamboo frame from Idea 1, positioned at a slight upward angle, they reflect the sky rather than the garden behind them. A neighbor who looks toward your fence sees reflected sky in the mirror surface. Their gaze is redirected upward and outward. What is behind the mirror, your garden, your space, sits in the visual shadow of the reflective surface. Arrange the tiles in a uniform grid pattern on the outward-facing surface of the frame. Apply using exterior mirror adhesive or heavy-duty outdoor double-sided tape. Apply the tiles before the frame is installed. Working flat on the ground is easier than reaching up to tile a standing frame. Face the mirrored side outward once the frame is in position. Plant climbing vines on the inward-facing side. The boundary between your space and the view beyond it becomes a mirror garden. Your neighbors see reflected sky. You see plants and privacy. A single surface serves two completely different purposes from two completely different sides. Budget: $1 per pack of mirror tiles. Idea 12. The complete Dollar Tree privacy system. Idea number 12. The last one. The one I told you about at the beginning. The complete Dollar Tree privacy system that combines everything into one cohesive, layered, high-functioning build for under $12. Not individual hacks assembled at random. A system, each element chosen for its specific function, placed in the right position, working in concert with every other element. Here is the full build. The bamboo stake frame from Idea 1 along your primary sight line. 6 feet wide, 5 feet tall. This is your structure. $3. Woven burlap strips from Idea 2 through the horizontal stakes from bottom to top. Full tight coverage. This is your immediate daytime privacy. $2. Dollar Tree mirror tiles applied to the outward-facing surface from Idea 11, angled slightly upward. Your neighbors see reflected sky. $1. Morning glory seed from Idea 6 planted at the base of the inward-facing side. This is your long-term living cover that progressively replaces the burlap as the season develops. $1. Solar string lights threaded over the top of the frame and down the side from Idea 9. This is your evening privacy, the light source that visually dominates the boundary after dark so that you, behind it, are in shadow. $1. 2 large filled containers from your existing garden placed on either side of the frame base, anchoring the structure and preventing movement in strong wind. 0 additional cost. $2 tree shower liner panels hung from a rope running parallel to and 2 feet in front of the frame. The liners screen the immediate foreground while the frame handles the boundary itself. $2. Total build cost, $10. Now step back from it. What you have built is a layered privacy system with immediate daytime coverage through burlap and liner, outward deflection through mirror tiles, progressive living coverage through climbing plants, evening dominance through solar lighting, and structural stability through container anchoring. It looks like something a garden designer assembled with intention. Because that is exactly what it is, assembled with intention, using materials from Dollar Tree in a single weekend for $10. No form submitted. No committee consultative. No permission requested from anyone. Your backyard. Your privacy. Starting this weekend. $12 Tree backyard privacy hacks that need no permission from anyone. The bamboo stake privacy frame. The woven burlap screen. The shower liner outdoor curtain. The potted plant privacy wall. The reed mat fence extension. The trellis and climbing vine screen. The hanging basket overhead canopy. The living wall from pocket organizers. The solar light boundary line. The sunflower and cosmos privacy hedge. The mirror tile deflector. And the complete Dollar Tree privacy system that brings everything together for under $12. Here is your challenge right now. Pick one idea from this list, the one that addresses your most pressing privacy problem. Go to Dollar Tree this weekend. Spend $1. Install it. Then come back to this video and drop a comment telling me what you built, what you spent, and whether it solved the problem. I read every comment. I reply to everyone. Share this video with every neighbor who has an HOA and a privacy problem they have stopped trying to solve. Because the solution has been a Dollar Tree this whole time. Next week on Daily Garden Fix, 10 backyard transformations under $50 that look like they cost $500. Real spaces, real budgets, real results. Subscribe. Hit the bell. I will see you there. Your backyard belongs to you. Start acting like it.